Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends series, Avengers 60th Anniversary, Beyond Earth's Mightiest, Captain Marvel vs. Doctor Doom. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here we have on the top, Avengers 60 Years of Earth's Mightiest, that stylized Avengers logo. Some colored striping there. Marvel Legends series, Captain Marvel versus Doctor Doom. Nice digital renders in the foreground. And then comic art of each in the background. And then the rainbow lines, or, just colored lines, whatever you want to call them. Marvel Avengers Beyond Earth's Mightiest. 4 and up, assortment number. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. Hasbro print, plastic-free packaging, except tape and glue. And then on the bottom, oh my gosh, in case you just forgot, plastic-free packaging, except tape and glue. The GameStop barcode that I forgot to pull off tells you what's included under there. 2 figures and accessories, and we'll show that on the back. And then small fine legalese, made in China print, and a barcode. Also, symbols I'm not going to learn. On this side, Marvel Legends series, and that rainbow lines continue around from the front, and then they add it to the bottom here. Nice digital renders of each character. And then on this side, comic art of each character, and again, the rainbow lines there. And then Marvel Legends series on the back. Marvel Legends series rainbow lines, Captain Marvel versus Doctor Doom. And then there's Captain Marvel, or Photon, as she's more modernly known. She comes with an extra set of fists. There's Doctor Doom in his Secret Wars armor, and he comes with the masked, hooded head that we've seen several times already. A face mask, where he removes it, and 2 fists. Also rainbow lines there. At the bottom, warning, attention, Octoon, don't stick things in any language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. And attention, really, don't stick things in your French pie hole. Some more small fine legalese print, Marvel print, and Hasbro print. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figures and their accessories, and we'll start with the accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers. And of course, Captain Marvel comes with an extra set of fists, 1 for each hand, a left and a right, of course, on an in and out hinge, all molded in white plastic, it appears. And of course, we have seen these fists fairly often, almost every time we get a female Legends figure. Not every single time, but almost. So they do have nice molded detail. Doctor Doom also comes with an extra set of fists. Nice silvery sheen to them, and it does appear like they are molded in that silvery plastic, and it's very glossy as well, which it should be because it's supposed to be metal. And then a left and a right fist, in and out hinge. Nice molded details as well. Here we have the alternate head, which I'm pretty sure this is just the Fantastic Four retro carded Doctor Doom head. And it might have some new or updated paint apps for the eyes, but I don't think so. And I think the hood is the same as well, just slightly lighter in color. And then here we have the mask, which really doesn't fit on the face or anything like that. I mean, you can hold it up there if you want to, but mostly this is for him to hold in his hand, as he did in Secret Wars. I want to say number 11 on the cover. And then, as you can see, there's a little bit of molded detail on the inside as well. So it's a very nice piece, and I'm glad they included it for that Doctor Doom. And now let's take a look at the figures themselves, and we'll start with Captain Marvel. And I will have to say, I think the face sculpt and the hair and just everything about the head sculpt it's very nice, and to me it's spot on. This is, when I think of this version of Captain Marvel, this is what I think of. And of course she's got the nice tampo across her chest, and it is on part of her abdomen as well. And that's basically all the deco you get for this figure. Everything else is molded in plastic. So let's take a look, and I don't know if these are new boots or not. They could be. They are not. There's no hinge in there. But let's take a look at her articulation. At the head, it's on that... Well, you can see what it's on right there. It's on that ball and hinge. Alright, so I have retrieved her head. And it just pops back on there. So, because of the hair, it really doesn't move up very much. Or she can't look up very much. She can look down that far. She's got some chicken neck. She's got some waggle. She can do the full Exorcist. Let me straighten that up just a tad. There we go. At the shoulders, 360 degrees of rotation. And she can raise her arm up that high, so she's very sure. Unfortunately, there is no cut at the upper bicep. So there is no twist in here. And another unfortunate piece of articulation is back to that single hinge and swivel for the female characters. And she can give you slightly better than 90 degrees, a pretty good bit better than 90 degrees of bend, and of course it swivels around, but this piece does get in the way. At the wrist, 360 degrees of rotation on in and out hinge. Now she does have a cut here where the chest and the abdomen meet, and that gives her all kinds of hula. She can bend back that far, which is great for flying poses. She can bend forward that far, and of course she can tilt left and right. And also a 360 degree rotation there as well, because of course there's nothing in the waist. At the hips, she can give you that much of the splits. She can kick forward past 90 degrees, so that's pretty good. Back about a half a step. Double hinged pinless knee, which gives you that much bend. And I did forget there is a cut here at the upper thigh for another 360 degrees of rotation. Like I stated before, from the knee down to the ankle is all one piece, so there's no boot cut here. And it would probably be kind of weird because of the way the boots are angled. So even below the boot top, there's nothing in there. At the ankles, tilt down that far, tilt up that far, so that's really good. And then forward facing pin for rocker, and it's full of detents because I can feel it, and y'all might can hear it. I'm not sure. Now, one thing I will say about Captain Marvel here is You have to be careful trying to stand her up. She does not want to stand up because the shoes, which I'm sure are accurate to this version of the character. Right, there you go. She can stand up. You just have to work at it a bit. Now let's take a look at Dr. Doom. And I have to say, that's a really nice head sculpt for Doom. Lots of nice detail in there as well. This hood is a separate piece, or the lowered hood. You know what I mean. And I'm pretty sure we've probably seen this before, but I'm not sure where, so I could be mistaken. Now the torso is all new, and it does have lots of nice molded details in there, and it does look like it has a nice wash to it to help some of those details stand out, at least on the front, nothing on the back. It is molded in the gold plastic, or the metallic-y plastic, I should say. I don't say gold, but it's the metallic-y plastic, because you can see where it's, you know, swirly and twirly in there. And I don't know why I said gold. Is it gold? I don't know. I'm colorblind. So, you know, don't mess with handicapped folks. Of course, the arms and the legs are, and the feet and you know, all of that is 80th anniversary Iron Man, except for the hands. The hands do appear to be more Dr. Doomish. So that's cool. This is a piece that was added, and it's a loose piece, so you could move it down. You could even take it off if you wanted to. And I don't remember if this is in the comic book like this, but I do remember he had a band similar to this on the Mattel Secret Wars action figure, and he had that double-barreled laser rifle, and it had a little hook on it, and it had a spot where you could hook that on. So, and the arms, you know, they're molded in color. The legs, feet, hands, they're all molded in color. The neck, I'm not sure. It looks like it's molded in color too, and it may be a separate piece and then glued on there. There's no articulation at the base, so it's not a separate piece. It's not a free moving separate piece, at least. Nice deco for the face, and you know, nice facial expression. It's very Doom. Well, let's talk about his articulation. He can look up that far, and he's on that hinge and ball system. He can look down that far. He's got some chicken neck because he stole the Beyonder's power. He's got some waggle. He can do the full Exorcist. At the shoulder, 360 degrees with lots of detents in it. And he can raise his arm up slightly past 90 degrees. Cut here at the upper bicep for a full 360 degrees of rotation. And double hinge pinned elbow, and it gives you that much bend. At the wrist, 360 degrees of rotation on in and out hinge, and in and out hinge on the other side as well. Now he does have that regular ab hinge that allows him to bend back that far and forward that far, but no hula, no ball joint at the waist. Just has the regular waist. Does give you a 360 degree rotation though. At the hips, he can give you that much of the splits. He can kick forward slightly less than 90 degrees and back about a half a step. Cut at the upper thigh for a full 360 degrees of rotation. Double hinge pinned knee gives you that much bend. And then there is a cut at the very top of the shin, or a boot cut, if you will. 360 degrees of rotation there. at the ankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and forward-facing pin for rocker. That, my friends, is way off center. There you go. That was a look at the figures, their accessories, and articulation, deco, etc., etc. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Marvel Legends series, Avengers 60th Anniversary Beyond Earth's Mightiest, Doctor Doom from the original Secret Wars, with the Build-A-Super Skrull Wave Doctor Doom, the Fantastic Four retro-carded Doctor Doom, and the more recent Secret Wars Doctor Doom. That's a lot of Doom. Here's the Marvel Legends series, Avengers 60th Anniversary Beyond Earth's Mightiest, Captain Marvel, with the Marvel Legends series, A-Force 5-pack Spectrum, which of course both characters are Monica Rambeau. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Marvel Legends series, Avengers 60th Anniversary Beyond Earth's Mightiest, Captain Marvel versus Doctor Doom 2-pack, with our final Marvel Legends comparison, making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee, from the G.I. Joe Classified series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander, from Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper, and for a 7-inch scale comparison from Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends series, Avengers 60th Anniversary Beyond Earth's Mightiest, Captain Marvel versus Doctor Doom 2-pack, I have to say, the Doctor Doom is the better figure out of this 2-pack, even though there's a lot of reuse going on there. And the Captain Marvel is just a bit of a disappointment to me. And I've been waiting for them to do this version of Captain Marvel for quite a while. And the fact that they didn't get it right, and there's no reason that they couldn't have gotten it right. It just it irks me a little bit. It's like this, they just didn't really care about this character enough to do her properly, and that's just it is disappointing. Because again, I was really looking forward to this version of Captain Marvel, and it's a lackluster entry. Now, the head sculpt is nice on both figures, and the fact that they did give Captain Marvel the pinless, double-hinged pinless knees, you know, that's a plus. And the billowing sleeves on her, you know, they look okay. It's just it's missing that bicep swivel, and that really irks me. And they really should have gone the extra step with this figure and given her the double hinged pinless elbows instead of the standard hinge and swivel for Marvel Legends female characters. Now, as far as the Doom goes, you can't don't get much more Secret Wars Doctor Doom than this. And because of the reuse, I understand why he still has the pinned elbows and knees. Because that's, of course, you know, obviously it's the 80th Iron Man arms and legs. The new parts for this are the torso and the head sculpt. And that's really about it. Now the crotch piece, you know, the front and back of the crotch piece, that might be new as well. I'm not 100% sure about that, but at least from the waist up, the torso is new. And so I'm gonna tell you, if you're on the fence about this and you really wanted a Captain Marvel, I'm sure that at some point in the future they will get us another version of this Captain Marvel, and this one really, it really can be a pass, if you, especially if you're really not interested in that Secret Wars specific Doctor Doom. And we're just really looking forward to the Captain Marvel. This can be a pass because, like I said, I'm sure they're going to give us another version of this character in the future. Hopefully where it fixes the elbows and the upper arms, and maybe even adds Butterfly. Let's hope. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it, mostly. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.